Hello, my name is Bill. Dave. Obviously, you're mentally incompetent, delusional like all your friends. Let's get to this. Why is that pointing north? That's up elevation. And why, when I put this on my front door, this is a map of my property, that's north. Why does it point north 24 hours a day? Why doesn't it rotate 15 degrees west to east? And then let's talk about the map of the earth. This is the United States. This is in the northwest, 24 hours a day. It's never going to be out of the northwest. This is always going to be the southwest. This is always going to be the northeast of the earth. Excuse me. This is always going to be the southeast of the earth. It doesn't rotate, and obviously it's inverted. I inverted every one of these. Obviously, you got a curvature. Wow, you got a curvature out there. Oh, but wait, it's curving in the wrong direction. And besides, I've already proven to you that the lines are straight. In the meantime, we're going to get completely out of longitude and latitude, and we're going to do a complete change. Well, actually, I'm going to stay with the longitude and latitude. This is California, Mount Diablo Base of Meridian, line 121 and 37, 121 longitude, 37 latitude. These are not degrees, they're straight lines. This is north, that is south, that is west, that is east. These are all straight lines. I've showed you these lines go for eternity. Okay? Now what's happening here is we're going from longitude and latitude to base and meridians for township and ranges. 1, 2, 3 north, 1, 2, 3 east, 1, 2, 3 south, 1, 2, 3 west. Each township and range is a 6-mile square. And they could have done this with longitude and latitude. Remember, the gods are creating this. The gods created the maps. No one's going to know how to survey this. No one's going to survey this either. I mean, the gods created everything. It's already done. Each township and range has 1 mile square. There's 36 sections in each township and range. I believe it said it's 6 miles. They should have set monuments on every corner, and then for every corner of every section, they should have set monuments. But they're not going to do it. They're only going to do it at developed land. It would totally give them away if we start figuring out what they were supposed to survey. And because of homesteads, the government supposedly was giving 160 acres away. So they would have to do half sections, which would be a half mile, and all they had back then was a 60-foot chain. And we're talking mountains, rivers, and lakes. No, this is what the gods do. This is how they do it. Okay, I think, this breaks it down to the northeast, the southwest, and the northwest of the township and range. Even though we're already in the northwest of longitude and latitude, this breaks it down even more differently. And then this is township and range. It's so small for the state of Nevada. These are township and range. These are not sections. You could put 36 sections in between each one of these little tiny little squares. This would be the line 120 between California and Nevada that goes right through Lake Tahoe, Pyramid Lake, Walker Lake. This would be northeast in this part of Nevada. This would be southeast, Vegas, Reno. And then this is another part, San Bernardino Base of Meridian for just a portion of Vegas. I don't know why they did Humboldt and San Bernardino, because they don't need it. They already have the township and ranges for the entire area anyway, but that's just the way they do things. I'm going to show you a map of California. This would be Mount Diablo Base of Meridian. I've showed you the monument. It has 121 and 37. This is the San Bernardino. This is the Humboldt. They're all done in longitude and latitude, even though we're supposed to be creating township and ranges. This is what the gods do. The minutes and seconds are meant for longitude and latitude. All they are just multiplied. This adds 2,592 more lines between the other lines. And then this would add 2,808 lines more to these other lines. This would be the 120 line for the state of Nevada and California. Now I'm going to show you a township and range map. And notice all these maps are flat. They have no curvature to them. This is an assessor's map. This is your line 120. This is your line 42, latitude, longitude. Supposedly they did some monuments, but the gods did them, don't worry about it. This is range 17 east, range 18 east, range 19 east, township 46 north, township 47 north. This would be your 36 sections. That's how they do it. And now I'm going to show you Lake Tahoe. This is another assessor's map. Once again, it's township and range. Township 16 north, range 18 east. MDBNM, the Mount Diablo Mesa Meridian, which you're basing it off of. This is your 120 line. It goes all the way from north all the way to south, and it's a straight line. And what's fun about this is they went right through Lake Tahoe. This would be California line, Nevada line, Placer County, the southeast corner, El Dorado, the northeast corner. This would be the southwest corner of Washoe. You can see it jogs. It should be using a township and range system. And then this would be Carson City. It's not county, but it's Carson City County. And this would be the opposite. And then below that is Douglas County. All of them are in Lake Tahoe. 3 counties, 2 counties, 1 state, 1 state. Now, to prove even further that the earth doesn't rotate, this is a subdivision that I showed Doug McKeon. He hasn't got back to me. Skyman Dan is not going to, I'm going to get a hold of him, try to see if he can do this. This is 9-degree streets, 80-degree streets. The subdivision itself is the section. It's section 19, township 18 north, range 25 east, MDBNM. Okay, if the earth rotates, you're going to have to change these 15 degrees every hour. In one day, this would be 440 degrees. In one day, this would be 369 degrees. You imagine a surveyor, he'd have to know exactly what time he's doing his survey. That wouldn't work. It's not going to work. Okay. So in conclusion, I'm just going to mention the fact that David Weiss, Mark Sargent, Eric DeBay, Tyler Hansen, you all work for NASA. It's so obvious. You're all the same thing they do with our government or media. You play sides. One plays a religion, one plays the atheist. Atheism doesn't exist. You can't explain how a TV, radio, or telephone works. Tyler Hansen, people have known about Jimi Hendrix for 7 years. I've seen videos from 7 years ago that said that Jimi Hendrix is Morgan Freeman. We got Janis Joplin, it's Tracy Ullman, and Stevie Ray Vaughan, Tommy Lee Jones. I heard about John Kennedy becoming Jimmy Carter from this video on Soft White Underbelly. Nobody talks about Bobby Kennedy. He faked his death. I think he had to be Billy Carter. Take a look at Robbie Benson and Anson Mount. They're the same ones. I got so bored with these, I stopped doing them. I don't do facial recognition. You see Robbie Benson with long hair, and then you see him with the short hair. They're the same person. I don't have to worry about that. Tyler Hansen, you got Amelia Earhart, so did I. I think it's David Letterman. You might be right. I may be wrong. But look at the gap in his teeth. They have the same build. Okay? So that's it. I'm waiting for your videos. Everybody, all you Globers, attack me. Go ahead. I'm waiting for it. Bravo. I'm good.